What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another video, hopefully a quick one. I just thought folks might like to take a look at the Amazon exclusive Mandalorian Black Series Credit Collection Imperial Death Trooper. For whatever reason, this is probably my favorite of all of the Credit Collection Troopers, except potentially the GameStop exclusive IG-11. But I love the colors on this. And these Credit Collection figures are very difficult to get a hold of in good condition, given that the retailers chosen by Hasbro to handle the store exclusives. You've got Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, and I think that's everything. Target, also Target. The Cara Dune is with Target. So in general, with the exception of Target, which I was able to find in stores, the rest of them I didn't even bother trying to find, as I mentioned in the past. But this one I did pick up from someone on eBay, and it was actually relatively, not too much over retail. So I thought it was a pretty fair price given the condition of it. And it arrived bomb-proof, and it is gorgeous. This is a very highly stylized figure in keeping with the credits at the end of each episode of The Mandalorian. So it's got a lot of really cool colors that are kind of interspersed onto the figure. And I don't know, I just, for whatever reason, I think that the decision by Hasbro to go a little bit artsy with these Black Series figures, to do kind of these oversized cardbacks, and to include this cool kind of credit chip, which we all know is kind of plastic. I'm sure you've seen other reviews, but I just think from a displayability standpoint, it looks really nice, and it's such a unique color scheme with the purple there. It reminds me a little bit, if you remember my Grand Moff Tarkin video, it reminds me a little bit of the graded Dark Horse Comics 2-pack that I showed you guys that has Governor Tarkin along with the Stormtrooper. And if you remember, I'll put a photo of it down here, but if you remember, the Stormtrooper has kind of a stylized look. It's actually got painted blue painted blue accents onto the figure. And, this one's got kind of a bronze finish brushed on to one side, and then you have purples on the other side. The cardback itself, I think, is just so unique. I love the faux weathering. It's done much better style than the retro collection, which has all that fake white, rub marks around the edges. Whereas this one, it's around the racetrack, and it looks so great. I love all the rust, the faux rust there. And the artist concept drawing or whatnot from the credits is pictured there. These oversized cards are just gorgeous in my opinion, and certainly worthy of keeping on the card. And I love the backs of the cards with the larger photos. I mean, it's just a great job on these. And I wish that Hasbro would take a little bit more, take some more chances like they did with this one. It's just a beautiful, beautiful item. And the whole line in general, the whole line of Credit Collection figures are some of my very favorites in terms of the Black Series. I don't collect much Black Series. I've got some of the 40th anniversary figures from The Empire Strikes Back, as you guys know, but nothing, in my opinion, compares to these Credit Collection figures in terms of recent releases. I'm sure there's some box ones and things like that folks have picked up that are really nice, but for me, I love having these oversized cards. They just look so cool. The Imperial Death Trooper made its debut in the Vintage Collection on the 2018 VC-127 Rogue One cardback, and here it is for you. I'm still waiting on my copy to show up. They re-released it here recently, and I pre-ordered one from Big Bad Toy Store, but it is still delayed. And so the only other Imperial Death Trooper that I have right now is this one, and probably my favorite of all of the Carbonized Walmart exclusive Vintage Collection figures. This is the Imperial Death Trooper. I absolutely love these cardbacks. I really do. I thought, when these first were announced and we all saw the photos, the promo photos from the Hasbro, live streams or whatever, I kind of balked at them at first, but given that this Imperial Death Trooper is on a new card with the Mandalorian logo, I knew I was going to pick this one up. I wasn't sure about the others, but I did go ahead and, of course, pick them all up. but of the four, I think this one's my favorite. It's just such a great looking card back. I wish that Hasbro would move over to these thicker card backs for the standard releases. We all know it's probably not going to happen, but it would be nice. It would be nice. But I like the way these look. They feel so much heavier and more durable than the standard releases. But in general, this one came through pretty good from Walmart. Now, that being said, I ordered 2 Imperial Death Troopers, 2 Cara Dunes, and 2 Remnant Stormtroopers with this carbonized finish from Walmart. Of the 6 that I ordered, I believe only 3 of them were worth keeping. The other ones were destroyed in shipping. So that is my problem with these store exclusives, is that if you're going to do store exclusives, pack them properly or have some kind of system in place with your retail channel so that we get, this is not perfect. You can see a couple of little dings here, things like that. But if you're going to have store exclusives, Hasbro, at least make them, have some kind of protocol in place so they arrive in pretty good shape. So I returned 3 of the 6. That's not a great batting average when it comes to customer service, in my opinion. It would be in baseball. 500 is pretty good in baseball, but not when you're talking about orders from customers. So I returned 3 of them, and I kept 3. And but I will say that these are beautiful card backs. I really like them, and I love the way they look. It's just, it's interesting that of the Imperial Death Troopers that I have, they're both stylized. The figure, it's hard to see the carbonized look to it, unlike the Cara Dune and even the Remnant Stormtrooper or the Mando. But I just like the fact that they went ahead and repackaged it with the Mandalorian logo. Finally, it would not be AFG's YouTube channel if I didn't show at least something graded. And the only other scary, mean-looking, black-armored Stormtrooper that I have is this one, and I thought it was worth showing it given that we got a couple of other scary, mean baddies with dark armor. This is the recently acquired 2019 release, the VC-163 Shadow Trooper. This just came back fairly recently from Collector Archive Services, and I thought it was worth quickly showing it just to compare it to the Imperial Death Trooper and how much different the mold is. Maybe that's just my imagination, but it does look like a pretty significant difference in the mold. Not that they're meant to be exactly the same, but it's just an awesome looking card back. I really like the way that turned out. Those eyes are just awesome on him. I showed him briefly during the unboxing, but look at those eyes. What an awesome figure. And really quickly on the grade, this is a card of a 90, blister 90, figure 95. VC-163 Shadow Trooper. Now, the interesting thing is, I had this one in the poly bag from when it came back from grading. And as you guys know, Collector Archive Services typically puts these in the poly bag with the statement of archival on the back. It's kind of, inside the poly bag. So when I took it off today, I noticed this. This is the first time I've seen this before. This is some sort of hazard choking warning it's like a sticker that is stuck on the back that comes from the Hong Kong factories. This is the first time I've ever seen this, at least this style. This is a square kind of sticker, kind of stuck right in the middle of the card. And I asked vintage collection expert Boss Bounty about it, and he said that this is becoming more and more common. But again, I've ordered a bunch of different vintage collection over the last 6 to 9 months, and I hadn't actually seen that before. I have seen with some of the older releases, I have seen longer rectangular stickers up in the corner up here, or maybe even up in the corner up here, but never kind of right in the middle of the card like that. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing that I had never seen before. I would be curious if you guys have seen this before. I would love to know what your experience has been with buying, either sealed cases or just orders from wherever, if you've had this kind of warning sticker stuck on the middle like that. But I just thought that was fairly unique, since none of my others, to my knowledge, I've got a few that have been graded that I've not actually taken out of the poly bag yet to look at the backs, but that's the first time I've ever seen that. So anyway, so these are my 3 mean looking black armored stormtroopers. And that's really all I had for this video. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe and you hit the like button, and I'll be back. I'd love to hear comments, questions, anything like that in the comment section, and I look forward to being back soon. Thanks for watching.